Recently, a dramatic incident occurred that has the entire reality TV world talking, and it involves Wanda and Melody. If you've been following the drama surrounding these two, you'll know it's not the first time they've clashed. In fact, their relationship has always been rocky, with Wanda taking jabs at Melody from the very beginning. But this time, Wanda has crossed a line that could have serious consequences. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what Wanda said, why it's causing such a stir, and what could happen next for both of them. Wanda and Melody have never really been friends, that's no secret. From the start, Wanda's comments about Melody's life, her business, marriage, and even how she raises her kids, have been anything but supportive. At first, people brushed it off as Wanda just being messy or trying to stir things up for attention. But as time has gone on, it's become clear that there's more to this ongoing feud than meets the eye. This time, however, Wanda didn't just make a few shady comments. She went all in, taking aim at Melody's career, her marriage, and even suggesting things that could potentially damage Melody's reputation in a huge way. And the accusations Wanda made have gotten a lot of people talking. In fact, they've raised serious concerns over whether Wanda could face legal consequences for what she said. Before we dive into the legal side of things, let's first take a look at what Wanda said to cause all this chaos. Wanda took to social media, as she often does, for one of her infamous rants. If you've seen Wanda go off before, you know she doesn't hold back. But this time, she crossed a major line. Wanda didn't just make casual remarks about Melody, she accused Melody of some pretty serious things. She suggested that Melody didn't actually leave love and marriage Huntsville on her own terms, as she's always claimed. Instead, Wanda implied that Melody was forced off the show by the producers, and that there was far more drama behind the scenes than anyone knew. Now, up until this point, Melody had always said that she left the show to focus on her brand and to move on to bigger and better things. That was the narrative Melody had been telling, and it's one that many fans have bought into. But Wanda's claims completely shake up that narrative. If it turns out that Melody was actually pushed out, that changes everything. It could mean there was more going on behind the scenes than we were ever told, but Wanda didn't stop there. She then went even further, making it sound like Melody wasn't as innocent in her marriage as she had led people to believe. Now, Melody has always been very open about the struggles in her marriage to Martel. She's talked about the cheating, the drama, and all the ups and downs. But Wanda came out and suggested that Melody was hiding even more secrets, that there was more to the story that Melody hadn't told the public. This was a bombshell claim, and it immediately got people talking. But here's the thing, Wanda didn't come with any proof. No receipts, no evidence to back up what she was saying. She just made these accusations and left it at that. And that's where things get complicated. You see, once you throw accusations like that out into the public, especially without any concrete proof, it starts to spread like wildfire. People start to question whether there's any truth to what Wanda's saying. They start digging into old interviews, trying to find any hint that maybe, just maybe, Wanda's telling the truth. However, here's the problem. Wanda didn't show anything to back up her claims. Nothing. Not a text, not an email, not a single piece of evidence that could prove she wasn't just making things up. And that's when fans began to turn on her. They started calling her out, saying if you really have something to prove, why wouldn't you show it? This became a big issue because, let's be real, if Wanda had actual proof, she would have dropped it immediately. If you have receipts that could expose someone, why wait? Why build suspense? Why hold on to the evidence? It just doesn't add up. And that's why people started questioning whether Wanda was really telling the truth or just stirring the pot for the sake of drama. Wanda has a history of making big claims without any solid evidence. In fact, this isn't the first time she's thrown around accusations with nothing to back them up. So, some people began to think that maybe this was just another one of those moments where Wanda was hoping to cause some drama and get people talking. And if that's the case, it could backfire on her big time. But here's where things get interesting. Even though Melody didn't seem to be taking Wanda's claims seriously, there are some people who actually believe Wanda. These people think Wanda might know something that the rest of us don't. Maybe, they argue, Wanda is just the only one bold enough to speak out about what's really going on behind the scenes. Reality TV thrives on secrets, after all, and maybe Wanda is just the one person who's willing to reveal those secrets. And here's another twist, some of Melody's own castmates seem to be backing Wanda up. Now, if everything Wanda was saying was completely false, wouldn't these castmates step in and shut her down immediately? But instead, there are some cast members who have been entertaining the drama, which raises some serious questions. Why are they not immediately defending Melody? Why are they letting Wanda's claims get any traction? Could it be that there's more to this story than we've been told? While we don't have all the answers, one thing is clear, this feud is far from over. In fact, it's only getting messier by the minute. But what happens next could have serious consequences, not just for Wanda, but for Melody as well. If Melody doesn't step in soon, the rumors and accusations will only continue to grow, and that could damage her reputation in ways that we can't even imagine. And here's where the legal side of things comes into play. If Melody believes that Wanda is intentionally spreading lies that could harm her career, Melody could take legal action against her. Defamation is a serious issue, especially when it comes to reality TV stars who rely on their reputation and public image to stay relevant. If Wanda is making these big accusations without any proof, she could find herself in a whole lot of legal trouble. Now, some people might dismiss the idea of a lawsuit, saying that Wanda is just talking and it's not that serious. But if enough people believe Wanda's accusations, it could harm Melody's business and personal life. Melody has worked too hard to build her brand and her career to let someone's careless words take it all down. She's no stranger to handling business when people come for her, and if Wanda thinks she can just throw around accusations without facing consequences, she might be in for a rude awakening. Legal action isn't just a possibility, it's something that could realistically happen. If Wanda is spreading lies with no evidence to back them up, she could face a defamation lawsuit. And let's be real, lawsuits are expensive and time-consuming. If Wanda is forced to lawyer up, she might regret making those claims, but that's not all. If Melody does decide to take legal action, Wanda's reputation could take a massive hit. Not only will people question her motives, but they'll also start to see her as someone who is willing to ruin another person's life without any real evidence. And in the world of reality TV, that's not a good look. So, what happens next? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But one thing is certain, this feud between Wanda and Melody isn't going away anytime soon. The drama is only going to keep escalating, and who knows what could happen if things continue to spiral out of control. Could Melody take legal action? Will Wanda be able to back up her claims with any real proof? Only time will tell. In the meantime, fans are left to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. Some people are Team Wanda, believing she might be telling the truth, while others are firmly on Melody's side, calling out Wanda for starting trouble. The debate is only getting more heated, and it looks like we're in for more drama before this is all over. So, what do you think? Is Wanda telling the truth, or is she just stirring the pot for attention? Could Melody take legal action against her, or will this just blow over? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.